Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Sport This Week video. Um, before I start the video, I'm just gonna say sorry for not uploading because I was gonna upload twice last week, but I've just been quite ill. I'm still pretty ill now, but I seem to be well enough to be able to do this. But yeah, midweek last week I just wasn't feeling it, so I didn't end up uploading anything. But we are back now, and I am repping the uh Borussia Dortmund shirt. That's the one, and from a few seasons ago, the away shirt. It's quite nice, to be fair. But yeah, if you are new around here and you have not yet subscribed, you need to go down and press that button, and you also need to press that like button because it kind of just helps out and it makes my video look good. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So, starting off this week, we're going to start off with a bit of boxing. Don't always do boxing news because there's not always boxing news. Thing with boxing, it takes a long time to get events scheduled, and they're not always big time events. But there has been two events that have been, well, one's been kind of leaked. Let's just get into it. Okay, so Alexander Povetkin will fight Dylan White for a rematch in November 21st because Dylan White did get knocked out by Alexander Povetkin last time they fought, and he wants to come back because he wants to fight Tyson Fury, and he has to get through Povetkin first. So that will be happening November 21st if all things stay alright with Corona. Alright as in where they are right now. And then apparently, well, I say apparently, there's no really big contract that's been said yet, but so Logan Paul is set to have a fight with Floyd Mayweather, which is kind of mad, to be fair. I don't normally talk about any sort of YouTubers or anything like that, but if this is happening, this is gonna be a mad fight. Like Floyd Mayweather is like 43, I think, and he's got 50 knockouts and 50 wins. He's never lost, and Logan Paul's 0-1. I just don't see Logan Paul winning this. I know he's younger and taller, but I don't know. But I don't know why Floyd Mayweather really wants this fight, except for maybe money. I don't think, apparently he's not very good with money, but I'm not going to get too much into it because I might be completely wrong. But that is the end of the boxing news. So I'm going to get into the tennis. So there is no F1 this week, just to let you know. There's been no news from F1. There's been no Grand Prix this week, but that'll be back next week. But yeah, so Italian Open started this week and it started off with Djokovic winning 2-0 versus Caruso. Nadal coming back to play because he's not played since the start of this month. No, start of this year. Nadal winning 2-0 versus Carens, and Konta winning 2-0 versus Begu. So all three of them starting off with a 2-0 win. No Serena Williams this time. Still no Roger Federer to play. And no Andy Murray. Djokovic then won 2-0 versus Krajinovic. And Konta then lost 2-0 versus Muguruza. And she's out out of the Italian Open. Nadal then won 2-0 versus Lajovic. And one second. And Djokovic then won 2-1 versus Kopfer and progresses into a semi-finals. Nadal then lost 2-0 versus Schwartzman and is out of the Italian Open in the quarterfinals. And Djokovic then won 2-0 versus Ruud to then go into the quarterfinals. And no, not into the quarterfinal, into the final, which is happening right now. And I would tell you I would say who won if it finished, but this will be going on to next week's, and I'll also say who wins in the women's Italian Open as well. So now we can go into the cricket because there's not much cricket news. I'm saving football to the end because there's quite a lot of football stuff as normal. But in the cricket this week, there's not much going on. There's only been the finish of the one-day international games, and that's about it. No T20, no Test. I think it is the end of the season, so I don't think there'll be much cricket for a while. But I might be wrong. I don't know for certain. But Australia won on the final day in the international one-day international game by winning 302 to 305 and winning the series versus England because it did go down to the last game, and then they did end up winning it in the end. So fair play to Australia, but a bit annoying for us. But that's probably the end of the season now, if I'm right. But yeah, let's go into the football because there's a lot of stuff going on in the football this week, as always, because the transfer window is open still. So Grealish signed a new contract to stay at Villa until 2025. So any kind of rumours of him going anywhere has just kind of been thrown out the window. I can't speak today. Aubameyang has signed a contract to stay at Arsenal till 2023. So that's really good for Arsenal fans. Just having your best player stay at your club and not go to a different club like Real Madrid, like he was linked to go to for ages. But yes, he's staying there. Emi Martinez joined Aston Villa from Arsenal for around, I think, 16 million. I might be wrong with that. I don't know. I haven't got the certain numbers with that. I don't know about that for Arsenal, but nevertheless, good sign for Villa. Macclesfield Town, a team that we never talked about before, have been wound up in High Court for debts more than £500,000. That is a lot of money for a club to be in debt for, and they're in High Court, so it means that Corona's probably going to strike and get their first victim in the leagues, in the English leagues, and they'll probably end up be like Bury. I don't really see them kind of getting it back out of this hole, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. I'll try to keep you updated on that one. Thiago has signed for Liverpool for 25 million. Another good signing from Liverpool. Higuain signed for David Beckham's team, into Miami. So decent signing for them. He just wasn't really wanted at Juventus, and he's got in over there, which, I mean, it's a nice holiday destination, isn't it? Aston Villa signed Bertrand Traore from Lyon. So he looked pretty decent when he was last in the Prem for Middlesbrough, I believe. And yeah, now he's come back to the Prem with Aston Villa. They're just absolutely splashing the as the same as before. Okay, going on to the next sheet now. Everton won 5-2 versus West Brom. No, I'm joking. With a Calvert-Lewin hat-trick and a Rodriguez first goal for Everton. I mean, I ain't really got much to say as a West Brom fan, but I'm just going to say, look at Pereira's goal. It's quite good. But yeah, fair play to them. Just outplayed us. Leeds won 4-3 versus Fulham, so that was the battle of the newly promoted sides. Liverpool signed Jota for 41 million. I believe it's 41 million. Don't quote me on that. If so, that's a lot of money. Reguilon, I don't know how you say his name perfectly, has signed for Spurs, and Spurs had then also brought back a club legend, some may say, Gareth Bale, on a loan from Real Madrid, and so I don't know if they'll be able to buy him afterwards, but I mean, hopefully for Tottenham fans they want him, and Real Madrid don't want him, but you know, they've got him on a loan at least. Crystal Palace won 3-1 versus Man United, which is a big shock, but Man United did get Van der Beek did get Man United's only goal and a goal on his debut. So fair play to him. Bayern Munich won 8-0 versus Schalke on the first game of the season. I mean, it's just mental, isn't it? 8-0 from Schalke, and if any of you saw Lewandowski's little Rabona chip to Thomas Müller to get the assist for one of the goals, that was mental. They're just so good. I could see them win the Champions League yet again. Spurs won 5-2 versus Southampton, and Son got a hat-trick, and Kane got a hat-trick of assists, I believe, and a goal for himself. So, actually, no, I think Son got 4, didn't he? Yeah, Son got 4. Just a mad game for Tottenham, a good bounce back from the 1-0 defeat last week. And Liverpool won 2-0 versus Chelsea, a big game. Everybody thought it'd be very close, and it just wasn't really. It didn't seem like it. Kev made another bad mistake, and I just don't think neither Havertz I don't think Havertz played. I know Werner played, and he didn't really do loads. So, you know, and then moving on to the last kind of bits of football, Pirlo won first game as Juventus manager, 3-0 versus Sampdoria. I know it's Sampdoria, but congratulations to him. I mean, it's his first time managing the club, and I mean, everybody seems to love him. I mean, you can't really not love him, to be fair. And Tyrone Mings has extended his contract with Villa until 2024, so that kind of rules out anywhere he could go for the young players. So Villa's just kind of having a mad transfer window, securing, they've just kind of seems to have loads of money. They've secured, get Grealish back, Mings back, signed so many players, and are probably just going to keep on going, to be fair. But that is the end of the video. Sport this week. This is the end of sport this week. If you have liked the video, go down and like the video. Like I said before, subscribe if you are new, and thanks for watching.